There's so many people that don't know what's going on in the world when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz. Where we're at in Iran right now, as a government, this was the plan the whole time. What if I told you, this is for entertainment purposes, what if I told you that Russia, the United States, and China had a backdoor deal going? What if I told you that this was the plan all along? That Russia is not really going to jump for Iran. China's not going to jump for Iran. They're going to let this happen. And why are they going to let this happen? Because Trump already made a deal with Putin, and I say Trump, made a deal with Putin to let him take Europe. Why you think Trump's been throwing all England and all them under the bus? How they don't want to help France, right? Oh, they don't want to help us. They can come in afterwards. Pay attention to that. How he's throwing a lot of these countries under the bus. And China, they want Taiwan and everything else over there. So, from what I gather, the backdoor deal is they were supposed to cut off the Strait of Hormuz. That way, Trump and the U.S. can start selling all that oil. But why would Russia and China agree to that? Why would China agree to buy oil from the United States? Why would they let them do this? We owe them so much money already, right? It's because when they decide to move on Taiwan, the U.S. is going to let them. They're going to turn their cheek. And when Putin finishes with Ukraine and starts to move on the rest of Europe, the U.S. and Trump are going to turn their cheek. Because there will be three superpowers in the world now: Russia, U.S., and China. The U.S. will control the whole Western Hemisphere. They will police that. Putin will police Europe and Russia. China will police their whole area out there and everything else that they take. That's the backdoor deal, folks. That's why the Strait of Hormuz is supposed to be choked off. This was the plan all along. But you see, whoever's running the U.S. government, they're 10 steps ahead of everybody. And this is the only way that the U.S. will not fully collapse economically. This is the only way to save what we got going on here. Whether you like it or not, that's what I feel is going on. And if you just take a look, it's all out there for you. This is the only way to keep the United States a superpower and keep it from collapsing. Russia, China, and the United States. Backdoor deal. And that explains a lot about what's going on in California, especially with that high-speed rail. Nobody asks questions about that,